Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Kingdom New Lands 2. Oh, I'm sorry. The Wild Age. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 13 bucks. Now, joking aside, The Wild Age is very similar. I mean, we're talking very similar to the Kingdom series. There's the original Kingdom game, then there's Kingdom New Lands. Then we've got this by completely different developers. And it's like the Wild Age developers saw Kingdom and Kingdom New Lands and said, you know what, I like the idea of the game, but let's give it an isometric, three-dimensional view. Alright? But let's keep everything else, for the most part, the same. And it is. For those of you that have never played Kingdom, you're kind of missing out. You're this monarch, and I'm going to be describing both games at this point, because Kingdom and, again, the Wild Age are very similar. You are a monarch. You're going to be collecting coins in the environment in a number of different ways. You're going to be dropping these coins at vagrant camps in order to hire these peasants. These peasants don't have any tools right away, so you have to drop coins onto your, I guess, your builders and the people that, like, have merchant shops. You'll be able to buy these bows and hammers and then equip these tools to the peasants that you've hired to your camp. And then these people will go out and try and do things for you. The archers will go out, hunt rabbits if they can, hunt deer, and you'll get some money that way. Your builders, once you give them the hammer tool, they will upgrade walls for you. But again, that costs coins, and you have to save up coins to do that. So you're going to go over to an empty wall slot. You're going to drop a coin. A wall will be built eventually once a builder gets over to it to do it. So you've got these peasants, you've got these various tools, and depending on the type of tool these peasants pick up will determine what role they play. Again, this game, there's a lot of similarities between this and Kingdom, so I apologize in advance if I'm going just like Kingdom or just like Kingdom New Lands. It's gonna happen, I'm sorry to say. So, what are you doing in this game? Again, for those of you that have never played Kingdom or Kingdom New Lands, or by extension, The Wild Age, you've got two sides. You've got, your camp is in the middle, and on each end, think of it as a straight line, okay? On each end is an enemy camp, usually. Sometimes it's an empty camp, depending on how easy you make the game, or depending on what level you're on. But at night, they will spawn waves at you, everly increasing of difficulty waves. You'll start off small, they'll throw like one or two at you, but over the course of time, you'll get swarmed by 10, 15, 20 of these enemies. And it's your job during the day to, again, collect coins, build up your kingdom, hire peasants, assign them roles by giving them the tools that they need, and ensure that your economy is flowing enough to continue upgrading walls and extend your kingdom outward toward the enemy camps. That's the primary goal of the game. Now, this game, The Wild Age, has levels. So there's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and each level is different. Level 1 might be you need to hunt this many deer, or level 3 or 4 is like kill so many enemies, whatever. And then once you've completed that objective, you can say, I want to keep playing, or no, I want to move on to the next island, or what have you. That's the progression there. There's also an island editor, to where you can actually create your own island, and you can choose what pops up along each of the branches, either left or right of your camp. Okay, but again, think isometric view, so it's more like upper right and lower left. Okay, but still, there's an island builder. So that's something that's cool. That's something that's new to this game that isn't in the Kingdom series. In fact, let's go ahead and just quickly walk through what this game has compared to Kingdom, and then you can decide whether or not you want to pick it up. So, first of all, one thing I really like is the ability to cancel actions. I can't tell you how many times in Kingdom I've accidentally gave an order to chop down a tree when I didn't want to. And in chopping down this tree, it completely removed the vagrant camp. And that's what happens in Kingdom New Lands. It doesn't give you any warning. If you chop up all the trees up to a vagrant camp, it'll disappear for good. That sucks, because you need these vagrants to hire them in order to grow your kingdom. But if you accidentally cut down trees, you're screwed. Well, in this game, not the case. You can cancel chop orders. And by extension, camps do not disappear, which is really cool. So I can chop down trees past the point, and these camps will still stay there, spawn vagrants, and I can still hire them. That's cool. I can also knock down existing structures. I have more control over structures in this game. If I think I've overextended my walls by building too far outward, I can knock down one wall and then everyone will move back to the previous wall. That's something I couldn't do in the previous game. In Kingdom, buildings just sort of spawned and merchant stalls just sort of spawned whatever they felt like it. This game, there's more control, which is awesome. There's also tooltips for upgrading in this game. In Kingdom, you just upgraded stuff, but you didn't know what you were going to get once you did it. There's a wiki, obviously, but still. There's an in-game tooltip system, so if you wait long enough at, say, a wall or a tower, it'll pop up saying, okay, upgrading this for 3 coin will increase the archer accuracy by 30% or whatever. Or you can put the archer capacity is now 3 instead of 2. You get the idea. There is also runes in this game where you'll have to spend coins at these runes in order to upgrade your technology so that you can continue to progress. And in the campaign, you're limited up to a certain point. Like, you cannot build triplet towers until you reach, like, the 4th level and beat it. So parts like the advanced technology stuff is locked in the early onset of the game until you progress through the campaign. Okay, but again, if you're playing in like the sandbox mode or the free play, then you don't have to worry about that. Another cool thing is that your pet in this game, you get a dog in Kingdom New Lands that follows you around and barks whenever enemies are approaching you from one side. In this game, the animal will follow you around and actually pick up coins that are on the ground, which is really useful. I like that. And you can actually customize your pet too. I don't remember what you start off with. I have a wolf right now. But as you continue playing the campaign, you can unlock things like tigers and bears and other pets that will follow you around. And you can even change your monarch type, again, once you've unlocked that ability to do so. And the different monarch types have passive abilities. So in Kingdom New Lands, you were just given a random monarch, just random shield, a crest, whatever, with different color schemes. You could change it in New Lands, but still. In this game, there's actually a reason to choose, say, a knight over a king or what have you. There's different passive upgrades. I already mentioned the island builders, which is crazy. That's really nice. What's weird, though, is that... Oh, before I get into that, I forgot to mention, walls, there's a health bar. That's very helpful in case you're wondering, okay, can my wall survive the attack coming up? Let's watch it. And then you see your wall strength going down. Okay, so it's almost gone, and I've fended them off. It's time to upgrade it for the next night. So that's very helpful. But anyway, getting back into the things that I didn't like. The animations in this game are terrible. I've come across workers that would just slide. Like, let's say they were trying to get from point A to point B. They would just stand still and slide. Another thing that they would do is if they were shooting at something when I left the screen, and then like during the day they're running by me, they'll complete their shooting animation as if time had never passed for them. So like I'll be passing workers and they'll be doing things that don't make any sense because I left them in the middle of an animation. Enemies also just continue running into your gate. Like, rather than stand and attack the gate and just stand there and just, like, bash at it, they'll just continue running into it. So, like, Kingdom New Lands was actually superior that way. You actually saw the archers shoot and you saw the arrows fly over the wall and into the enemy creep. Whereas in this game, the arrows are invisible. You see the archers doing animations, but you can't actually see arrows flying or anything cool. I just think Kingdom New Lands just beat this game hands down in terms of aesthetics and animations. This game, even though it's in 3D, even though we've got a 3D isometric top-down look at this, there are parts of Kingdom New Lands that are just far superior. And the soundtrack to Kingdom New Lands is really good, too. This one was okay. And there was also times where I wanted to get my people to run. Like, your builders are not foresters in this game. You actually have a separate building for that. There's a separate tool set. There's builders... which did both building and chopping in Kingdom and Kingdom New Lands. And then there's, in this game, builders, which upgrade things and build things. And then you've got foresters. There's a separate axe tool. You have got a separate axe system, and vagrants will pick that up and go to work chopping down trees for you. And like in Kingdom New Lands, you've got to clear out the trees so that rabbits can spawn, and then your archers can hunt, and you can get more money that way. So, like, if you're familiar with Kingdom New Lands, then the strategies here will be for the most part the same. There's a trader that comes into your town. He'll drop off 4 or 5 coins. You give him a coin, he'll come back the next day, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Oh, there's vagrant camps. Let's drop down coins so that they can come. You get some archers. Let's go ahead and clear out these trees so that the archers have something to shoot, and then that'll bring in money. Oh, farmers. Let's go ahead and build. There's like little sections for farmers, and you can spend money there. You can then get farmer tools, and you'll get 4 or 5 coins per harvest from these farmers. So if you're familiar with the strategies of Kingdom and Kingdom New Lands, then you can go into this game and dominate. I mean, I've never run into any issues. You do not have a crown that you're trying to protect in Kingdom and Kingdom New Lands. If a creep hit you, you lost your crown. If they stole it, game over. In this game, if an enemy hits you, you lose money. I've never gotten to a point where I actually lost money and they hit me. The game is just way too easy for that. That being said, it's not bad. I don't want to discourage people from buying this game. Like, more of the same is okay, because I really like Kingdom, and by extension New Lands, and by extension The Wild Age. It's good. I enjoy playing it. That said, I think there was some missed opportunities here. Like, the developers copy and pasted a lot of concepts without really defining their own concepts, and I think that actually hurt the game in a number of ways. It was too similar. Yeah, I mean, yes, I get it. It's a form of flattery, copying, what a previous developer has done. I get that. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get that too. At the same time, it's like the developers didn't bother doing anything unique and special. You've still got the same repetitive grind from island to island, and that may bother some people. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's repetitive, and it's the same thing I've seen, having played Kingdom for a long time. So, like, I recommend this game, okay? I recommend it. However, there were a lot of missed opportunities here. I want to see the Wild Age Part 2, or the Wild Age 2, where it takes the Wild Age to the next level. Everything that the Wild Age has, but then adds its own unique layer and unique spin to it. That's what I want to see. I'm still looking for that Kingdom-like game, or that Kingdom-esque game that is quote-unquote perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. But the Wild Age is just far too similar to Kingdom to really, to be blown away by it. You're going to play this going, I've played this before. I've played Kingdom, and I've played this before. It's for the most part the same game. Yeah, I can choose my mount. Yeah, I can have a kingdom. I have an island builder. Yeah, I can now cancel construction. Those are all nice new features that Kingdom doesn't have. But at the same time, is it enough? It's not. I want more. I want more unique spins to this. That being said, I still do recommend it. I enjoy the gameplay. It's just, I wish it were better. I wish it were more than what it was. Alright, so I'm disappointed, just not enough for me not to recommend it, if that makes any sense. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.